Turn me up just a little bit. Yeah, it's that man space vibe. Step in the zone, microphone check. Russ and Les got the real intellect. Talk smooth like jazz on a late night set. With a convo deep and the topics connect. From the struggles to the wins, they address it with grace. Drop lines so cool, you can feel the bass. Two kings of the craft, and you know the rest. Kick back, pour a drink, welcome to the space. You go chillin' with Russ and Les. You go chillin' with Russ and Les. You go chillin' with Russ and Les. Hang out, cause now you vibing with nothing but the best. Space forever.
Welcome into another edition of the Manspace Podcast. Now, this is the voice of Russ, and with me, as always, who says he is not eating beef anymore until the prices go down, the one and only Big Les.
First of all, I am not giving up my steak. I'll just get a little bit less,
Just a little bit less.
just a little bit less, just like the name, just a little bit less, but other than that, all the rest of it I could give up,
Right.
Have you seen the prices of beef brisket lately?
Bro,
Jesus.
the prices of oxtails, man.
Yeah, beef ribs. Oh,
Man, we went out to one of these food trucks recently,
yeah.
and the guy had oxtail quesadillas.
Yeah. What is it?
You know how much they
$30?
were? 40.
Oh no, sir.
40. I'm like,
Oh,
come on,
absolutely
bro. That's not, yeah, that's not
Absolutely
even a
not.
whole serving in a quesadilla, bro.
Man.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Man, hey, listen. I'll go old school plantation on you, get some neck bones and strip that meat off of that bad boy. And I had some neck bone
Right.
tacos for $3. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Keep doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. I ain't doing that. Oh God, 40? Well,
Yes,
all the prices are inflated anyway on a food
absolutely.
truck. For 40? You
Mhm.
crazy, man. Crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
we turned and we went on back to the car and went back home. So.
Yeah, that's what I would have did too.
But
You know?
listen, Les,
Yes, sir.
you and I both are entrepreneurs,
Yes, sir.
but we both still work in corporate America.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about why you haven't made that full switch into the entrepreneur side?
Yeah.
What's holding you back?
Well, the uncertainty right now,
Mhm.
there's a lot of things. I got a lot of irons in the fire. So
Yeah.
I have to do both until I can replace my full income plus some,
Mhm.
because I'm just not going to take me away. I'm taking Mrs. Les away as well,
Right.
because if we buy this dream, we both have to dive in,
Mm.
and so I want to be, and I know if you wait, a lot of times you wait, that's the worst mistake you can make. You got to
Right.
dive in head first and go, sink or swim. I hear that all the time with a lot of the, coaches and stuff like that. You got to want it more than you want to breathe,
Yeah, that's true.
but at the same time,
That
you got to
is.
be rational when you got, mortgages and I don't have,
Right.
I don't have child bills. Full grown adult bills, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
But it takes, you have to make some sacrifices somewhere, give up
A
your
lot of it is all about sacrifice.
Yeah.
And when you really think about it, everything that you do is about sacrifice, whether it's your
Absolutely.
time, your effort, your money, everything that you do in your life is going to be some sort of sacrifice.
Absolutely.
We got a guest today
Mhm.
that actually made that jump from corporate America into entrepreneurship.
That's what I'm
And
talking about.
he actually helps other people do the same thing.
Wow.
He's the founder and CEO of Next Level University, a top 100 global podcast and seven-figure personal development company
Hmm.
with over 2,300 man, over 2,300 episodes, over 1 million listeners across 180 countries,
Wow.
coaching and training. He's on a mission to help people reach their next level in
Yeah.
health, wealth, and love. Manspace Nation, I need you to give it up for our special guest, Mr. Alan Lazaros.
Hey.
Man, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. I really appreciated being backstage listening to you two. You guys are a riot. Just talking about beef prices and food trucks. This is different than what I'm used to. So thank you for the intro. Thank you for having me. I'm honored, and I don't take it lightly. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, we are definitely honored by having you spend some time here in the Manspace.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to hear how you did this flip because, I would love to do that flip one day,
One day, right?
One day.
I'd love to tell you it was easy less, but it was terrible.
See,
it was terrible.
I can gather that much,
Yeah.
but don't worry. We're going to get into it,
Yeah.
but I'm going to start off strong here. So I want to ask you a question, can you go back in time for us a little bit and then tell us why you decided to walk away from corporate America and what it took for you to do that.
Yeah, I would love to say that I had the epitome driving in my car one day and it just kind of hit me. But the truth is, a lot of times you don't have courage until you face the opposite. So I'll be as brief as I can about this. So I'm 37 now. This was 11 years ago.
Okay.
And I was 26 years old. And when I was young, when I was almost 3, my birth father died in a car when he was 28. This was 1991.
Wow.
And so when I was 26, I got in my own car accident, head-on collision, 30 miles an hour. I hit a lift-kitted pickup truck up in New Hampshire.
Oh, wow.
Dark winter night. I was supposed to yield and didn't. The yield sign was covered by the snowbanks. Bad winter. My fault. Fortunately, no one was killed because that would have been terrible. It would have been my fault.
Right.
I had a 2004 Volkswagen Passat at the time because I loved keeping my expenses low. So I bought that thing for $5,000 cash. Kind of the way you guys see beef. Never buy depreciating assets, right?
Yeah.
So, but that car totally saved my life. I used to call it the tank. German engineered steel trap of a car.
Yeah.
Lift kitted pickup truck went up and above it, totaled it. But that was the moment for me where I faced sort of mortality. And this is the second chance my dad never got. And so I would love to say I had the courage in advance, when in reality, the truth is, when you face near-death experiences like that, it's like you never get to F yes until you go to F no.
Right.
That for me was F no. And so I realized I wasn't putting it all on the court. I wasn't reaching my full potential. I was successful, very successful in corporate, but I knew I had more to give. And so that's when I found self-improvement, personal development, and personal growth. I started a company called Alan Lazaros, LLC, what you'll never learn in school but desperately need to know. I was an inspirational, motivational, and educational speaker. Good luck getting speeches at high schools and colleges with that tagline, by the way. So the reason why I told you it was atrocious is because Kevin and I, he's my business partner now, my co-host as well, similar to you two. And we have 2,300 episodes, as you mentioned, and Kevin and I, in the beginning, we were these big sort of inspirational dream chasers. And we had a podcast called the Hyperconscious Podcast. Change the way you think, change the way you act, change the way you live. And we used to encourage people to go all in on their dreams like we did. Yeah, we don't do that anymore. because we did that. We were both 6-figure earners in corporate. I was near the $200,000 mark. And we had a big nest egg. So I had $150,000 in a Vanguard account with different index funds and stocks. And I had to liquidate all of that. So we went past zero. And then eventually, so we've been in business for 9 years, 11 years for me, 9 years for him. The first 2 years in business, folks, we made a total of 13 grand.
Wow.
And we were born and raised in Massachusetts. That's abject poverty in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And in the last 2 years, unbelievable. So you got to remember the beginning is atrocious. So be rational, as you mentioned. And we found a way to swim, but I'll tell you what, a lot of people are going to drown if they do what we did. And so I used to recommend go all in on your dreams, and that motivational stuff sounds really cool. Don't do that. Do the hybrid model. The hybrid model is keep your corporate job while you get this train rolling over here. And then eventually this one can replace that one. Right?
Yeah.
Well, I've been pushing along on that hybrid model. I'm trying to add a new jet motor to it or something. You know, that's what I'm trying to put on there.
Well, cheers to that.
You've had a lot of, business decisions, personal decisions that you've had to make, the trauma that you mentioned with the accident and everything, losing your father at such a young age. How did all of that shape you into the person that you are today?
I think the drive, so I had a stepfather. So my birth father died when I was 2. He was 28. This is 1991. My mom at the time was 31. Sister was almost 6. I was almost 3. And from 1992 to 2003, I had a stepfather named Steve Lazaros. And so my real last name is actually McCorkle.
Okay.
And so John McCorkle, it was Jim, Joe, John, Jane, Joan, Jeanette. 6 J's.
Wow.
Okay.
My birth father. Yeah. So I'm, a lot of people hear Lazarus. It's a very Greek last name. And they go, Lazarus? Because I'm blonde hair, blue eyes, no chest hair. It's like Lazarus? I don't know. But anyways, so I took his last name around to age 7. And then he left my family at 14. And I think that, so he took his entire extended family with him. Never seen or spoken to a single one of them since.
Wow.
So I talked to my stepdad a little bit on Facebook Messenger in my mid-20s and then again in my early 30s. Never seen the man. Same year, I'm 14. I'm a freshman in high school, barely. And you think I look young now. Imagine me back then, right? Couldn't get a good look at me. Like I was in some trouble, right? I was in some serious trouble. And worst year of my life at the time, didn't understand this then, but I do now. And this is where the drive, I think, came. Stepdad leaves, takes his entire extended family with him. We don't associate with the McCorkles much anymore because we're trying to be the Lazaruses, right?
Right.
And then on top of that, my mom gets in a fight with my Aunt Sandy. We get kind of ostracized from her side. To this day, I've only seen or spoken to 2 human beings from that entire extended family. So in some ways, I kind of lost 3 families by the time I'm 14.
Yeah.
And so that created some abandonment issues that I didn't really understand at the time. But the 2 sort of trauma responses that I had to that, and this is your answer to your question, one of them was fawn. So it's fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. Fawn is you appease. You become this sort of social chameleon, sort of coward. You just fit in. Don't lose any more friends and family. Don't lose any more friends and family. Don't lose any more friends and family. And that was unconscious, obviously. So socially, I became this sort of coward chameleon. But behind the scenes, when no one was around, aim higher, work harder, get smarter. It was fight, warrior. I'm talking like whatever it takes, baby. And straight A's through all of high school, computer engineering, master's in business, off to the races in corporate. The drive piece for me was so, I think some people have a candle, some people have a bonfire, some people have a forest fire, some people have the sun. And whatever you have for drive, just make sure you fuel it. But for me, I had a lot of drive with all that challenge early on. And I looked into the future, and this wasn't super conscious, but it was kind of like, okay, no trust fund, no generational wealth. So he got the yacht and the apartment building. We got the house and the dog. And we went from boats and ski trips, early 90s .com bubble, early 2000s thing, to now I have free lunch at school because our income is so low. I don't have cable. How do we keep the house in the family? Mom trades in her BMW for a little Honda Civic. I went from like boats and ski trips to like, we're in trouble. How am I even going to go to college? So I think that adversity, I luckily believed in myself and really just a lot of drive.
Awesome. And I know that a lot of times pressure makes diamonds,
Yeah.
you know, and pressure is needed sometimes in order for you to show that full development when you're going through stuff and how you know, walk through life. You know, I know that it Russ and I know firsthand, you know, about some of these pressures, but I wanted to ask you about you and your partner being podcasters. How do you guys stay aligned and, you know, not get overwhelmed with all the things you do? Because it seems like, you know, both you guys got some fires going too at the same time, you know. And how do you stay oriented? You know, how do you know, face forward? Yeah.
The reason I laugh, sorry to interrupt you. The reason I
No,
laugh
you good.
is because, you know, we are probably the most overwhelmed we've ever been right now.
Mhm.
And I'm great. And this is the weird thing. Like, people think success makes life easier. That is not true.
No.
Success, like, it's not like you get to the NBA and suddenly you're good.
Yeah.
Like
right,
now
work.
you have to play against Michael Jordan, right? Metaphorically.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
And so success actually makes life harder because the responsibility of keeping it and sustaining it. So we have these 5 S's of success. We have sacrifice, suffer, or sacrifice, struggle, suffer, success, and then sustain.
Mhm.
And so sustain is the hard one. So we've just reached a new level of success. We had a big year, very grateful. We have 126 paying clients. We have a 24-person team now. It's great. The best year we've ever had. But like, I'm back to back 6 days a week, every week. And I'm very grateful for that because in the beginning it was crickets, right? And you can't not be grateful for the demand because you worked hard for that. Because in the beginning, nobody cares, nobody listens, and you need to like fight through that. And now we've achieved a lot of our dreams and goals, but now it's like, how do you handle that pressure? And so I think there's that great quote of, life doesn't get easier, you handle hard better.
Yeah.
And I think I'm Alan version 3.7. I'm a computer engineer. So just like the iPhone, you know, updates over software, firmware, hardware, the iPhone gets better every year. And I think the greatest metaphor is I was a senior in high school when the first iPhone came out. And if you compare that iPhone to this one, it would be what was once a revolutionary breakthrough, world-changing, earth-amazing product, most successful product in history to date.
Yeah.
And it would be hot garbage compared to this thing. It would be so bad. It's not. Does the touchscreen even work, right? But I think the same is true for human beings, and I think that's why I'm so into personal growth, self-improvement, and personal development, is because the more successful we become, the more I have to become in order to sustain it. And you're right, diamonds are created by pressure, but so is collapsing, and some people do crumble. And so I think all of us need to find what they call the challenge skills sweet spot. So I coach 24 individuals right now. My job as their coach is to make sure that they are in the challenge skills sweet spot where the rubber band is definitely stretched, but they're not going to snap.
Yeah.
And so I try my best to stretch myself without snapping, and same with Kev. And then each year, each decade, you can do more and more and more, and you can sustain more and more and more. And so, but here's the problem with success, last piece before the next question, is it doesn't actually feel so. Okay, we had the biggest month we've ever had in December. Awesome.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we would have been like, oh, whoa, but 9 years later, we don't feel suddenly successful. We are. If you went from 1 year to 9 years and it was like that, it would be like, oh my God, this is unbelievable.
Right.
But the truth is, all along the way, it's just like, oh my God, this is terrible. And ultimately, it's awesome, but it's. I think that it's kind of a lie or a myth, a mistruth at very least, that success makes life easier.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well,
so you got into your coaching just a little bit. Just kind of explain, your coaching, what type of coaching you actually do. What is Next Level University?
Yeah, thank you. So this I've actually come to recently. I've been coaching for 11 years, mentoring and coaching. Mentoring meaning I eventually got paid. But so I've been mentoring and coaching for 11 years. And over 12,000 hours, I have it all tracked. of coaching, training, and podcasting. And one of the things that I've come to realize is as you do something more and more and more and more and more, you realize what you're doing more and more and more and more. So this is what I've got it boiled down to, that I'm doing, and I have realized how different it is than most coaching. So for anyone who is driving, don't close your eyes for this, but basically I want you to visualize this, because normally I draw it out on my Remarkable. I have this digital sort of notepad. Okay, so it's a rectangle.
Right.
And I'm going to close my eyes for this because otherwise I won't visualize it. So the upper left is inputs, which is your behaviors. The upper right is outputs. Then the bottom right is measure, and the bottom left is adjust. And in the center is your identity, which is who you are. And then there's a triangle around that, which is knowledge, skills, and attitude. And basically what happens with my coaching is someone comes to me and they say, I want to achieve this goal, this dream. And we reverse engineer it. So seconds leads to minutes, minutes lead to hours, hours leads to days, days leads to months, months leads to, days lead to weeks, weeks lead to months, months lead to quarters, quarters leads to years, years leads to decades, and then decades leads to your life. And then beyond your own lifetime is your legacy. So I used to start with legacy and work my way back. I realize that overwhelms everybody. So what I do now is every client has a 2026 goal statement. Like if you achieved nothing else in 2026, this is the one. Usually it's how much money did you earn in 2025? Let's up the ante. Let's do better.
Right.
Okay. And then we'll figure out how to do that. So the goal, the output is in the upper right of that whole thing I drew out in my mind. But what matters is the inputs. And if you don't have a system of success that measures and adjusts, so the outputs of that triad, so it's inputs, outputs, measure, adjust. The outputs are the goals. The measurement are the metrics. The adjust is the coaching sessions. And then the inputs are your behaviors. So it's your most important tasks. It's your calendar. It's your habits. And so basically what I've done is taken my computer engineering brain and put it toward goal achievement. So that's what my coaching is. And then every single coaching session, I always say, you're going to get better. The system of success that we're running is going to get better. And then the metrics and habits we're tracking is going to get better. And then you're going to get better at executing against it too. So eventually it snowballs.
Yeah. It's just data, you got to provide that for the computer to run and for things to go. You have to have trackable data,
I always make the joke of what if Michael Phelps's coach was like, yeah, just jump in, swim around.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't be his coach for long.
That's what we do in life. Hey, just jump in, swim around. It's all going to work out.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. It's all going to work out. No, it's not. My childhood says otherwise. It's not just going to work out.
I believe a lot of people's childhood would disagree with that one.
My battle buddy, so I was military and I couldn't swim. And my battle buddy tried to teach me to swim like you would do a little kid. You would see the fathers take the little kid and just throw him right into the pool. Well, he grabbed me from behind and threw me in the pool. It led to me and him fighting when I crawled my way up out of the pool. Because I'm like, no, that's not, it wasn't going to work out for one of us. It wasn't going to be that result. So a lot of times we just get kind of thrown in there. But listen, Alan, we have a quick game for you. And this is going to be an opportunity for the Manspace Nation just to get to know you just a little bit better. And that game is called Lightning Round. So, Alan, Les is going to ask you a question. You got 60 seconds. Just say the first thing that comes to your mind. There's going to be some music that plays in the background. Just kind of ignore the music. Focus on Les. He's going to ask you a question. So when you're ready, we will get started. Just let him know that you're ready and we'll hit the music.
I'll be ready in just one moment. But first, I have a question for you, Russ.
Yes, absolutely.
Who won the fight?
I'm still standing, so I'm here.
I knew Les was gonna like that.
You didn't drown, so
Yeah,
it's all right.
yeah.
And it wasn't me. I wasn't his battle buddy. So.
I noticed how you said battle buddy instead of names,
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Let's get started. You guys ready?
Right. Alan, are you ready?
Ready.
All right. There we go. What job would you have if you were not doing what you do right now?
I'd be an actor.
Nice. Instant turn off.
Oh, entitlement.
Last book you've read.
It's called Know How by Ramon. Know How. Know How. It's no-how.
Okay. Favorite thing that you've ever been gifted?
My projector. I have a 115-inch projector.
Nice.
It's the best. Yeah.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl, but I've forced the early bird.
Dine in or dine out?
Dine in for sure. 100%.
Cool. Favorite guilty snack?
French fries.
Here's one of my favorite. Have you ever tried a fluffernutter?
Of course. Is that another one of the
man.
questions? Of course.
Those are questions. What is your favorite movie genre?
Action drama.
Action.
Adventure drama.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Yep. Favorite vacation place?
We have a Otis, Massachusetts.
Okay. If you had any superpower, what would it be?
A superhuman thirst for knowledge.
Oh, wow. That's
a good
different.
one.
Yeah, that's
That
different.
is a good one.
Yeah.
Man.
But I got to go
You are
back.
yes, we gotta go back to that real
back.
quick.
I got to go back. The fluffernutter.
Yeah.
You are the first
You're the
guest that we
only-
have ever asked that question to that has actually tried it.
Oh, it's the best.
Yes.
Peanut butter and fat,
Yes.
right? That's what you guys are saying.
Yes.
Oh, it's the best.
Absolutely.
It's the GOAT. Come on. Bodybuilding
Oh,
days, there's no
my
better
God.
pre-workout. You get
I
the protein,
knew
you
I
get the
was
fat,
gonna
and you
love
get
this
the
guy on the
carbs.
show.
Yeah, fluffernutters are the GOAT for sure.
Well, I thought I had you. I thought I had you.
There's more than meets the eye here, Les. You know what I'm
telling
saying?
you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, funny.
Oh
That's
man,
all
we're gonna
right.
take a quick break. We'll be back with a little bit more of the Man Space Podcast. For those that are just joining us here on WTMSTV.com, we are joined by Alan Lazaros, the founder and CEO of Next Level University. So, Alan, we just started a brand new year. It's 2026. And this year, I decided to do something a little different and call it my year of B. It's be resilient. Be focused, be positive, be happy, be excellent at what you do, be productive. For you, how would you personally define being productive and effective?
So my training that I do is how to become the most productive and effective version of yourself. And then there's a piggyback on that, which is how to create the most productive and effective team. And so I could probably give a week-long seminar on this, but I will give you the short version.
Okay.
I have a 24-person team, and it's all virtual.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so how do you keep, in the 21st century, how do you keep a 24-person team all sort of rowing in the same direction? And this is what I'll sort of share. So there's this pyramid of leadership that I typically teach. The bottom is the crew. The crew rows the ship. Then there's the first mate. The first mate runs the crew. Then there's the captain. The captain steers the ship. Then there's the commodore, which is below deck with the map and the compass. Then there's the commander who commands the entire fleet. If you're the CEO of your company, you have to be all five at the same time.
Right.
Because if you don't row the ship and you don't lead by example, people lose faith in you.
Absolutely.
Because then you're too good for that, right? And I'm not about that. I don't like the ivory tower stuff. I can eat fluffernutters like the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so to answer your question, productivity, what it means to me is, I think we lose sight of this, but because the 21st century, but think about it, produce. Produce is where it started. You have a little farm and you plant crop, and I'm not a farmer, so I don't know how to articulate this well, but let's say you have 2 acres of land and you make it profitable. Then you take 80% of that crop and reinvest it back in the farm, and then 20% you sell. And then you have 4 acres, then 8 acres, then 16 acres, then 32 acres. So productivity is the thing that is the separating factor. Like, you're not going to go to Apple and see people hanging out.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to see people with KPIs, key performance indicators, their metrics and habits. And so ultimately, how do you become the most productive, effective version of yourself? You have to have a game plan. You have to work the plan, and then you have to iterate the plan. And that means you use a calendar. That means you have most important tasks. Hopefully you journal. You have some sort of tracking system. And ultimately, I think the difference between toddlers and adults, as condescending as that might sound to people, is you basically have to be conscientious, and you can't just, a lot of people, everyone wants to be healthy, wealthy, and in love. Everybody does. Speeches, absolutely. I say, who wants to be healthier, wealthier, more in love? Every hand goes up. Okay, who wants to master finance? Who wants to be humble, courageous, and vulnerable in their relationship? And who here wants to exercise consistently and track macros and calories? And all the hands go down, right?
Right.
So the point is the stuff beneath the iceberg of productivity is what brings the success that's shiny. And Tom Brady is the best example of that. Love him or hate him, I don't care. The dude was productive as it gets.
Yeah.
He never misses. And to me, that's the mindset that I think you got to have.
Yeah. That's why I love the guy. It's because of his tenacity.
Same.
He came from,
he said F them kids and kept working.
That's it. That's it. Sometimes you got to leave it all behind, and you just got to go after what you want.
Goals and dreams require you to sacrifice toward them.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes.
You got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There it is. What are the most common productivity traps that people fall into in your view?
Yeah, I don't have enough time. The excuses. So, and I can debunk that right now. This is the coolest thing when I figured this out. 168 hours a week, 52 weeks a year. So 24 times 7 is 168 hours a week. We all have that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you sleep 8, you still have 112 waking hours. You work a 40-hour week, you still have 72 hours left, which comes to an average of 10 hours a day free. Now here's the thing. Everyone says I don't have enough time.
Yeah.
When I break it down like that, really?
What are you doing?
Really? What are you doing with those 72 extra? Right? Well, I work a full-time job. Now, that doesn't include brushing your teeth, commuting, I get it, kids, the whole night.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I coach 24 people on peak performance, and I have them dialed in. Dialed.
Yeah.
And I'll give you one example. One of my clients, she says I have easy, medium, hard. Easy is 10 minutes, medium is 30 minutes, hard is an hour. So hair and makeup. Okay?
Yeah.
She says on front-facing day, I got to go hard. On non-front-facing days, I can do easy, just put my hair up, or I can do the medium. I said, okay, the medium takes a half hour. She said, yes. She said, but there's this blow dryer that would save me 10 minutes. And I was like, let me show you the math on this. 10 minutes a day. I can do this right now for everybody. I call it find me minutes. 10 minutes a day times 365 days a year. 3,650 minutes divided by 60 gives you 61 hours. 60.8.
Wow.
61 hours. I said, how much do you make an hour? She said, $40. I said, you have to go burn $2,433 for not getting that hairdryer. I said, how much does the hairdryer cost? She said, $50. I said, okay, you have to go burn $2,383 for not making the purchase. The point that I'm making is numbers are everything. I'm an engineer. You can't tell me you don't have time.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that because I know you do, and I know you be scrolling.
Yeah.
Mm.
As I flip my phones over.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Did you see me? I'm over here like, woo, woo, woo.
What, you looking at sports stats?
Pretty much.
Cheers.
But Les and I, we both hopped into this podcasting world, and it took both of us time to really find our identity within the podcast. Those early shows that we did, back in the early 2020, they were rough.
Mm-hmm.
They were some of my proudest shows that we did because we were starting out, we were learning this thing before, but it took us a while to get into that groove.
Yeah, to find our groove. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's something not just with podcasters, but people in general struggle with trying to find their identity. How much do you feel that plays into productivity, trying to define who we are versus what we actually are?
Well, this is the thing, right? So this is what I say. I hope it lands. Most of the success you see on the surface is a byproduct of something either far greater or far deeper or both. And when I say byproduct, let me explain. We've been laughing a lot. I love it.
Yeah.
We can't force laughter. Laughter is a byproduct of a funny joke.
Yeah.
Well, you can't force success either. Success is a byproduct of something that no one can really see. So, okay, Tom Brady, his success, we'll use him as an example. His success is a byproduct of his work ethic, his leadership, his consistency, his mindset, his undying self-belief, even when he was 199th draft pick. Like the people around him, his mindset. You hear him say, what I don't know is limitless, what I do know is limited. See, those are the deeper things you got to pick up on. Yeah. So ultimately, if you look at success as a byproduct, and you guys were talking about how your identity piece, when we were early in the show too, we look back at those episodes, and similar to you guys, it's like, ooh. And it's better than looking back going, wow, we used to be so good, because that means you obviously didn't improve.
That's true.
And this has been a pleasant experience for me too, because you guys obviously packaged this very well. This is nice. It's real good. You take your platform very seriously. I appreciate it. I respect that very much.
Definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. And so yeah, the identity piece is clarity. So when I say far higher, far deeper, and you ask the question about identity, it's like the person with the most clarity about the who, what, when, where, why, and how is the one who has the most power. And what I mean by that is, you know who you are, you know what you're here to do, you know who you're here to serve, you know where you're headed and where you are now, you know how you're going to get there. And I think clarity, unfortunately, only comes through contemplation. And contemplation is just like constantly assessing, self-assessing. The best metaphor I have for this is, have you guys ever been in a self-driving car yet?
No.
Okay. So I have
it's
a
on my
self-driving
list.
What'd you say?
It's on my list.
It's not okay. So I have a self-driving car. It's supervision mode, so you just sit there and you're supposed to supervise, right? It's unbelievable. And there's, whether you like it or not, the self-driving car needs three things. It needs an accurate current location. It needs an accurate destination location, which is a goal. So self-awareness and a goal. And it needs accurate updated terrain. You guys remember MapQuest back in the day?
Oh,
Never got you there? Yeah, the worst.
Yes.
So I feel like that's everybody in life. So when it comes to your identity, that's self-awareness. So you need in life accurate self-awareness, accurate understanding of yourself, others, in the world. So otherwise you're a self-driving car that thinks it's a road and it keeps driving off a cliff and then blaming the world or blaming the government or blaming yourself. When in reality, the only issue is you think inaccurately. How many people do you know who think inaccurately about themselves, others, or the world?
Yeah.
Right. So to me, and again, I'm an engineer, so that's my focus, is like, I'm just trying to figure out where people's mental map is off.
Yeah.
And the mental map is in the self-driving car. In my car, there's a screen that shows, okay, there's a biker over there, there's cars over there, that's a tractor trailer. I'm going to take a right here. And if the mental map is off, it'll freak out. And I think that's what we do in life. Our mental map is off. We think it's a tractor trailer truck, it's actually just a bird, metaphorically, right? And then we drive off a cliff on accident repeatedly and then blame ourselves or others of the world, when in reality we have an inaccurate mental map.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
That's
a great analogy. You know, it's I like that. I
was just thinking of I had bought a truck back in 2020, and we had just moved to a new house kind of out in the country, and I wasn't really familiar with the area that well, and I was using the GPS to get home, and it told me to make this left turn. I'm like, I've never made that left turn before. I don't think I have. So maybe it's giving me a new way to get home. So I made the left turn. And tells me make a right turn. So I'm like, that's a dirt road. I don't know about this. I'm like, I'm gonna keep going and see if it redirects me. And it keeps telling me to turn around. I turn around and go back, and it's telling me to go down that dirt road again. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna follow it. I go down this dirt road, and it gets narrow, and there's all these trees build up on each side, and it's at night, so I can't see anything around me other than my headlights flashing forward. And there's no room for anything else to come past me. So I'm just on this little bitty narrow dirt road. And next thing you know, I end up in a pond with water up to my door handles.
No.
Yeah.
In a brand new truck. And I'm just like, oh my God, let me just get through to the other side, because I don't want to stop and turn around. So I got to the other side.
Nice.
And there's nowhere to go.
But
there's nothing but trees on the other side. So I have to go back through the water to get back out of there. So yeah, so if that GPS,
that's
your
a
mental
metaphor
map
for
is
life
off.
right there. How many people find themselves at the other side of that bog feeling stuck? It's a good metaphor.
Absolutely.
Where are you hailing from, by the way, fellas? Where are we? You say
the Carolinas.
Bog, so, the Carolinas.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The Carolinas.
So he's in the north side, I'm on the south side.
Very cool. Nice.
Yeah.
I was just in South Carolina last year, actually. Beaufort. You guys know Beaufort?
Oh yeah.
My wife's family is from there.
Yeah, nice.
Down by Savannah.
Yeah, cool. We did a road trip. We went from Massachusetts all the way down.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see the culture changes from north to south.
Yeah.
It's
the big south of the border sign.
I could tell by you guys' accents that you're from the south, for sure.
Yeah,
a little bit. Cool.
Yeah. All right. So, we talk a lot about tackling the world all at once. In your experience, what is the best way to obtain long-term sustainability?
Yeah, well, so I think the first one's clarity, like we talked about. And then the second one is you have to decide in advance to play the long game, which is boring as hell.
Yeah.
Super boring. And, riveting movies and exciting infomercials and none of the lifestyles of the rich and the famous and TV and movies and all that stuff. That's the truth is the work behind the scenes is super boring. It's like crazy boring. It's alarmingly boring.
Yeah.
This is
grind.
Fun. This is great. This is fun.
Yeah.
I had fun with this, but this is 1/10 of what you guys do, if not 1/100, right? So I think that's the piece that everyone has to realize is you're seeing the 5% of everyone else's life that's exciting, and you're not seeing the 95% that kind of sucks. So here's what I would say. If you want to sustain it, you need to find the thing that I call it want, love, hate. It's a want, love, hate framework. I want more clients. I love one-on-one coaching. I hate social media.
Yeah.
Guess what I have to do more of?
Social media.
I want more clients. I love one-on-one coaching. Or no, I want to be in great shape. I love weight training. I hate dieting. There it is. You can do this always. Everyone on earth, think of something you want. Get rid of the list of excuses for why you can't have it and do the want, love, hate framework. There's something you hate that you're not willing to do. Prospecting, no one likes prospecting. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Right? And so want, love, hate framework, I do that with every client. I have never found a client who doesn't say something they hate that is necessary for the thing they want and love. Right?
Wow.
All of us, okay, you might love podcasting. That's great.
Yeah.
Want more listeners, love podcasting, hate blank. Go ahead.
Yep. The social media aspect of
Yeah,
it.
hate it.
Yeah.
Hate it. Yep.
I hate trying to put these clips together and
Yep.
putting out the social media clips. I like doing the back end stuff and producing and directing it, but all the other things that to get the more listeners that you
Yeah.
have to do, it's tough. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
Everyone's in the same
Yeah.
boat with that. There's no one who.
Yeah.
So you have a choice. You either don't be successful,
Right.
or you delegate it to someone who's
Right.
good at it, who actually does
Yeah.
want and love that, or
Yeah.
you suck
Yeah.
it up and do it yourself. And that's it. That's it, squad. I don't have any quick fixes or cheat codes for you guys. This is great, but the fundamentals are the way. I feel like we've
Yeah.
lost it. I feel like we've lost. You guys are older than me, right? I'm 37.
Yeah.
How old are you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
older.
Okay.
I
All
was-
right. Yeah. We're older. Just leave
Yeah.
it vague.
Let's say
you can tell by his brain.
in 91, you said you were how old, or what were
I
you
was
doing in 90?
3, almost 3. Almost.
You were almost 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was flying around in helicopters.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hanging out the side
Well,
of
here's
a
my
Black
point.
Hawk.
You guys remember back in the day when it was the little bit more of the fundamentals. I think on the internet it's gotten a little bit 4-hour work weeky, you know?
Yeah.
And I think we've really lost some of the fundamentals behind the sces of like just embrace the fact that what it takes to be successful kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when I heard this. I'll be brief. What do successful people and unsuccessful people have in common?
Mm.
They both hate
Same.
to do what it takes to be successful. The successful ones just do it anyway.
Mm.
Wow.
That
I love that. I
wow.
love that. Listen, Alan, I know we are running short on time, but can you tell people how to get in touch with Next Level University? How can they find you? And I know that, you and I, and we all hate social media, but how can they find you on social media?
Well, one of the things I do like about social media is connecting with like-minded people. I don't really like the rest of it, particularly falling down the rabbit hole of what's going on in social media land.
Yeah.
So if you are my absolutely people, I have it written right over here. You have high humility, high work ethic, and high self-improvement. I learned somewhere along the lines that if you don't have work ethic and humility, I can't help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have high humility, eagerness to learn, you're coachable, you have work ethic, and you have a desire to improve, I mean, we can achieve some stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's the goods right there. And that's now what I hire and fire by the way.
Mm.
But yeah, so if that's you, you can DM me on Instagram. You can Google my name, ChatGPT, whatever. But if you really want more of whatever this was, self-improvement, personal growth, personal development, nextleveluniverse.com is our website. We have a book club. We've got master classes we do every month. We got all kinds of stuff. We've got our own journal called the Next Level Dreamliner that we sell on Amazon. We got stuff that's free. We got stuff that's paid. We have a global community now of over 250 people that I have gotten to know pretty well. So if you don't want to be alone chasing your goals and dreams, reach out. And at very least, check out Next Level University podcast, because this is the new tagline. Success and personal development in your pocket from anywhere on the planet every single day, completely free. That is Next Level University. We do an episode every day, every single day. As a matter of fact, my business partner is in a hotel with a client well, he's not in a hotel right now, but he's with a client in Danvers, Connecticut right now. And we're recording from his hotel room tonight because we won't miss.
Wow.
So we're committed and our listeners are committed, and it's really special.
Awesome.
That is awesome. That is awesome. We have one last thing for you, and it is called The Last Word.
And now, the last word.
So the last word is to you, Alan. If someone feels behind in life right now, what's the first step they should take to regain that momentum?
Okay. I call it the 3D plan.
Mm-hmm.
Delete, delegate, double down. And you can do this always. There's always something you can delete, and you have to give up to grow up. So find something that is not profitable that you can delete.
Yeah.
Find something that's indirectly profitable and maybe not something you love, and delegate it. And then double down on your thing.
Yeah.
So my one thing, Kevin and I joke, I'm a coach who tolerates podcasting. And he's a podcaster who tolerates coaching.
Tolerates coaching.
Yeah, exactly. And so coaching is one-to-one, training is one-to-several, podcasting is one-to-scale. He's the one-to-many guy. I'm the one-to-one guy. And so we both have both. But I think whatever you really feel is meaningful work for you, that you're really good at, that the economy pays for, you got to keep doubling down on that and then eliminating and delegating everything else.
Yeah. Fantastic. Alan, this has been very special, very rewarding, just incredible information. We just really enjoyed it, and especially learning that you're a fluffernutter guy, man. You just become one of my favorite
he's in
guests
our
of all
hearts
time.
now. You know, he's in our hearts now. You know, hey.
But thank you so much for spending time with us, man. And Manspace Nation, we got to take a quick break, but we'll be back with more of the Manspace podcast. As we do each week, we like to close the show with just a little bit of inspiration. Gratefulness. It's often mistaken for a reaction, something we feel after life goes our way. But true gratefulness is a choice, one that quietly reshapes how we see the world long before our circumstances change. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what is missing to what is present. The ordinary moments, like a warm cup of coffee, a kind message, a deep breath after a long day, begin to matter. Life doesn't suddenly become perfect. It becomes richer. Problems lose some of their weight when they're no longer the thing that we notice. Gratefulness also has a way of grounding us. It pulls us out of regret about the past and worry about the future, and anchors us in the right now. In that space, we realize how strong we are and the support we didn't even know we had. Gratitude reminds us, even on the hard days, not everything is broken. Most importantly, gratefulness is contagious. When we acknowledge the good, especially in other people, we create a ripple effect of encouragement, kindness, and connection. A simple thank you can restore dignity, strengthen relationships, and brighten moments that we never fully see the impact of. Gratitude doesn't ignore pain or pretend life isn't easy. It lets us know that there can be two things that are true at once. Life can be difficult, and yet life can still be meaningful. Manspace Nation, when we practice gratefulness daily, even in the small ways, we discover that joy isn't something we chase, it's something we notice. Until next time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
You know, two things can be true at once, man. It's
Absolutely.
life can be difficult and life can be meaningful. And man, today was just an amazing episode. And a lot of it is about being grateful for what you have, you know, understanding that, you know, there's a brighter side. It's not over, you know,
Right.
You can do so much more, and you can. I found myself one day and I was just complaining to my wife, and my wife's like, be grateful you got a job.
Yeah, man. It's so hard when you're in there though. When you got these feelings and all these things are just your feelings are all over the place. You always got to stay grateful, always got to stay humble, because you could not have the things that you have. You cannot do the things that you do sometimes without having something that you just really don't want.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
So you
Absolutely.
you got to walk through it, man. And you got to navigate, find a happy spot and be grateful for the things that you got, because trust
There
me,
it is.
believe me.
There it
Yep.
is. My year of B, and that's another one of my year.
Yeah, man.
Be grateful every day, man.
Be grateful, man.
You know,
And you just gotta, because there's so many. I look at the world as this. There's so many people that have less than me. There's so many people that are not as fortunate as I've been, that haven't walked the path that I've walked, right? And to be where I'm at, I could be so many other places.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true.
But I'm grateful to be right here. I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful.
Yeah. Well, I'm grateful for you being my co-host.
Hey.
I'm grateful for our special guest that we had on the show today, Mr. Alan Lazaros.
Awesome guy.
You check him out at Next Level University.
Yes.
I'm grateful for a fluffernutter. I'm going to get, you know, what may surprise you is that I don't have the ingredients for a fluffernutter in my house right now. I finally used that jar up, but I'm going to the store. I'm going to the store.
You're going to replenish.
I got to replenish.
I said,
but I'm also, I am also grateful for Monday nights on WTMSTV.com, where you can catch this episode and every new episode of the ManSpace Podcast. Look at those two handsome guys on the screen.
Man, I tell you right there,
8 p.m. Eastern Time, WTMSTV.com's 2 days early before it airs to the rest of the world on whatever podcast channel you listen to, or even on our YouTube channel at ManSpace Snap 1. And then on Thursday nights on WTMSTV.com, it is Throwback Thursdays with back-to-back episodes of the ManSpace Podcast. Now, with that said, I'm also grateful because I did put a new episode of Russ's Corner out there. The blog is back up on the manspacepodcast.com. And
there you go.
That's about it. I'm gonna
everybody need to go take a listen, because I know it is epic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the store. I won't be buying beef because I'm gonna support you and your boycott.
Oh man, yeah, that's my face too when I look at the ribeye prices too. I'm just like, man, what is this?
Absolutely. And on that note,
we out of here.
No gimmicks, just game that my sure in sight. They shine like the city on a Friday night. Man talk, real talk, that's the way that you bless. Giving knowledge and some laughs in the same finesse. From life goals to the jokes that hit. They the tag team champs, yeah, legit with the wit. So pull up a chair, let the stress digest. From the beat drops, you know the rest. You go chillin' with Russ and Les.